Welcome back. Tunisia's Energy Minister Khalid Ghadour and 4 other senior officials have been dismissed over accusations of corruption. Prime Minister Youssouf Chahid had ordered an investigation into the allegations, while saying that the Ministries of Energy and Industry will now be merged. A government spokesperson said that more details will be made public later, but the move has taken Tunisia's political scene by surprise. The African Diaspora Forum in South Africa has condemned the recent attacks on businesses belonging to foreign nationals in White City, Soweto. Prime Minister Youssouf Chahid had ordered an investigation into the allegations, while saying that this follows a clash at the township 2 days ago, which resulted in the death of 3 people and looting of shops by local community members. Speaking at a media conference in Johannesburg today, the ADF says where there are genuine concerns about food products, it would be more helpful to approach a resolution within the confines of the law, rather than the looting and attacks that sometimes end in unnecessary loss of human lives.
It is also quite sad that while the general accusation has been that some tax shops owners are selling expired and counterfeit goods that are supposedly harmful to health, the same good has been looted and taken home for consumption by the looters. We urge the South African government to ensure that everyone in the country remains protected and of reach of criminal regardless of who they are and where they come from. We also urge peace-loving South Africans to protect not only migrants within their communities, but also the image of South Africa, which remains battered with reckless abandon by such brutal and misguided acts as this.
We educate our members to abide by the law of the country, not to engage in any crime, not to sell any count, not to buy or sell any count, and not to distribute. That is our responsibility as a community organization. The responsibility of the shopkeeper is to make sure his consumers are protected. And in which way? By making sure that the good he is selling to them are SAPS approved, they are not counterfeits, and they are genuine. And the government have got a role, which I think they have denied, the role of making sure that the properties and whatever we are selling is actually confining. It's actually SAB approved. It is a genuine. But actually the absence of those roles and collaboration result all these things. But as a federation, we do not actually condone any act of illegality, and we condemn fully any member of ours who may engage in such action that is against the law of the country.
According to the United Nations, more than half the world's school-age refugees are excluded from education as host nations struggle under the weight of growing humanitarian crisis. In a report by the UN Refugee Agency, it says many child refugees are not getting an education as school enrollment is failing to keep pace with growing displacements worldwide. 4 million refugee children around the world do not attend school. This is an increase of 500,000 from a year earlier.
15-year-old Rihanna Siraj is one of the refugees who are able to attend school. She and her siblings live at the Kakuma refugee camp in northern Kenya. They were separated from their parents as they fled persecution in Ethiopia.
When I finish the school, I want to be a doctor. If I become a doctor, I will be able to help people.
Rihanna's sister Fauzia wasn't able to finish primary school. She has now taken over the role of caring for her siblings in the absence of their parents.
It doesn't mean that since I left school, they too should not go to school. If they go to school, they can help me or the family in the future. There are many things they can do when they are educated.
More than 500,000 refugee children were newly enrolled in school last year. But the rapidly growing refugee population means the proportion missing out on education has not shrunk. Nearly 2/3 of refugee children who go to primary school do not make it to secondary school. Social and cultural conventions mean girls are especially likely to miss out. Limited education also increases possibility of forced marriage, exploitation, and even trafficking in refugee contexts.
I feel so good about going to school, and I wish I will finish my education.
The UNHCR says refugees should be enrolled in mainstream schools rather than specially created ones to address the problem. Offering extra supports and barriers to enrollment, such as requirements for identity documents, should be removed.
While some parents worry about their children's involvement in technology, experts claim that in the right environment and supervision, kids can benefit greatly from interaction with tech. This next report looks at how Idowu Afolayan, a 15-year-old boy, makes use of household items to create devices for kids. Take a look.
Idowu Afolayan is a 15-year-old student who uses DC motors, Arduino, batteries and other items to create less advanced devices for kids. Idowu also converts household items to instruments for his inventions, realized his love for technology at a much younger age.
The name of my company is Rontech, and I've made some of my inventions more advanced, just like my piggy bank, my power bank, vacuum cleaner, vending machine, and so on. It's just like my talent. I started by drawing and creating toys with paper tip and papers. When I'm working, I used to see some of these inventions and I want to make it greater, more advanced. And that's how I started creating my things.
One of his inventions is an electronic piggy bank for kids, which works like a mini ATM. He says it took 4 hours for him to create. And here's how it works. Now let's assume there's money in the box. All one needs to do is to insert a specially crafted card into the ATM, put the switch on at the side, press enter, and the cash is out.
I'm making the vending machine currently now that dispense candy and some sweets.
Idowu, who aims to do this long term, shares his plans for the future.
I want to be an engineering scientist so that I can advance and some inventions and create some other inventions that have never been invented.
His sister is proud of his enterprise.
As a then, we used to get furious when he does some of these things because he gets to destroy some of the household items. So we get furious and get angry with him doing that. But as time went on, we realized that he's very passionate about doing it, and this is what he really wanted to do.
Idowu's ability to create and invent is one that should be nurtured, and with the benefit of education and a supportive government, can yield great impact for his chosen fields of endeavor.
That's it on the program. Thank you for watching. I'm Teniola Shaboale.